is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. My name is Craig Goldberg. Welcome to the show. We got a special guest this evening. It's a five-way. Very
Lock
rare.
handle.
Nobody
It's
says
a-
five-way.
It's a five-way. Yeah, no one ever bragged. Had a crazy weekend. Had a five-way.
It's a three-way and a couple.
Three-way and a couple.
What?
Or as the kids call,
A
relationship.
human centipede.
There it is. Dan's regretting all of it already.
Yeah.
I'm just here to watch, so you guys do whatever you do.
Oh my God. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Toy Anxiety. My name is Craig Goldberg. Thank you for joining us live on a Tuesday night. It's 9:30-ish. It's 9:37. But look, we have people piling in already. You got to make them wait a little bit. It's like going to a good rock concert. Band goes on at 9:15, 9:30. Jacob, that concert I went to with you a couple months ago,
Uh-huh.
I was looking at
Torture.
that clock. It was torture. I was like, come on, guys. Start the show.
They took so long to start the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're
40.
here. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
the part of
40.
getting older, it's like you don't have time for the opening band.
I know when I was a kid and would go to shows, I'd be like, there's 6 bands. This is going to be great. Like, that sounds like a
early.
nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, let me introduce everybody so we could get this show on the road. Joining us all the way from Vancouver, British Columbia. He's looking sharp tonight. Ryan Dole. What's up, man?
Not a heck of a lot. Still crazy busy at work,
Yeah.
I guess. Mad at tonight's thumbnail.
Oh,
Yeah, don't understand why Black Series is front and center. None of us here collect it or care. And then Rogue is tucked away in the back corner, and that's the only thing we do care about.
she's
So I'm
not
just- I'm-
tucked. It's not a tuck.
She's
You don't put
she's
Rogue in the
tucked.
corner.
She
Rogue
is
is not
tucking, for
tucked.
sure.
She does not suck.
Rogue does not tuck. Rogue does not tuck.
Yeah, it's all out on that figure.
Well, I
We'll
was telling you
get to
before. I thought, because I know you're going to have to take a week or two off to bury your head in the sand and finish, finish working on my entertainment for the summer.
Correct. I'm doing
but
it for you. Are you not entertained?
But I'm glad you're here tonight because we'll have fun talking about that big reveal from Marvel Legends. Jacob, what's up, man? How are you? How's your week going?
I'm good. Had a long day at work. But it's good. It's good to have a long day at work every now and then.
Right.
I bought a toy today that I'm kind of excited to show off a little later. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm doing good. But I did hold on. I did go to a Best Buy today thinking I was gonna buy a Blu-ray. Hey,
Oh,
Best Buy doesn't have Blu-rays anymore. And then I went to
No.
Target and then I was like, well, maybe Target will have it. Guess what? Target doesn't have Blu-rays anymore. You know what they do still sell? CDs. A whole fucking aisle of CDs at Target.
and records.
And records. But it's
Yeah.
like, I know people buy records. Are you telling me more people are buying CDs than Blu-rays right now? That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
comes back around.
Yeah.
CDs
Well,
CDs are back.
anyway.
What Blu-ray were you trying to buy?
Today the 50th anniversary Jaws Blu-ray came out, and it has a brand new documentary never seen before on it.
Okay.
And I want that, but
You need.
there's
to-
nowhere in town to buy
Hey.
physical media anymore. I went
It's
to
that
Walmart,
age.
and they just didn't have anything out. Like they didn't have any. They hadn't updated their shelves, so it's like
Gotcha.
Mhm.
It's that age-old question: if a Blu-ray comes out and no stores carry it, does it really come out? Does it really
Whatever.
exist?
We need that Netflix store that we were talking about last night. On
Yeah, if only Netflix would open up a store where we could rent
brick
movies.
and mortar.
Stop it.
Put him out there.
Hey, let's introduce our guest, and then we'll introduce Abby, all the way from another part of the world.
Yeah, do the girl last.
No,
I know. I was like, are you silencing me?
Abby. No.
not
Abby
prepared
always
for this.
closes out. It's a
I have
tradition.
stories.
Abby closes out the intros
Oh.
because she usually has something profound to say, and it's hard to follow. So.
Uh-oh, pressure.
Although Dan also says
cool.
profound thing. Why don't you guys talk at the same time? We'll see if we can out profound each other.
Here comes the
Uh,
wisdom.
Yeah.
Dan, how's your wisdom going today?
Oh, fantastic. It's on
Good.
another level today. Just I might not have any left, so we'll see.
Well, thanks for being here. Dan obviously needs no introduction. Secret Galaxy, Toy Galaxy, Toy Geeks podcast. We did an episode a couple weeks ago. I think you were technically there.
I was in attendance. I
was
said
so
hello and
jealous.
goodbye.
Dan was eating ice cream. It was like an art installation.
He's
It
just
was
letting
like-
you guys talk about Ghostbusters. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I turned my mic off at one point and just was like, I don't know.
Yeah, we just.
I've said about
It's
everything
like-
I have.
It's
oh
like
my
when
God.
when Banksy sells an invisible banana and everyone's like $14 million. Like that's what it was. It was like live art. I love it.
You guys were having fun. I just stepped back,
We were having.
Gave you the floor.
But Dan,
Nerd.
thanks for being here. We'll have some fun tonight talking about toys. And Abigail, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. I don't know if I have anything profound, but it's something that I thought was funny earlier when Jacob, when you were sending that text about being at Target and not finding any Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I had like my headphones in, so I had whatever Siri read it to me, and she was like, "They have no Blu-rays here, but tons of CDS."
CDS. You were like, oh no, Jacob just got
I was like,
diagnosed
what
with
do you
something.
Yeah. Did you or a relative of yours get diagnosed with late stage CDS?
Yeah.
You might be entitled to
Early vinyl
$46.
Thank God I only have CDI.
Abby, how does Siri pronounce YHS podcast?
Yes.
Yeast.
It's yes.
Yeast podcast.
Yes. Yeah.
Podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
We have
why
AI trying to cure diseases, but we can't even read. Come on,
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah. Figure out how to say CDs.
Figure out how to say CDs.
It's relevant.
Also, just putting it out there to Google Maps and Apple Maps, it's U-turn. It's always been U-turn. It's not a U-turn.
You turn.
It's not a U-turn. Make a U-turn. Anyways, well, we'll say hi to the chat. Dan, once again, thank you for being here,
You shouldn't-
guys. We are,
You shouldn't make fun of people's accents, Craig.
yeah, that's
Pretty
where we
rude.
are. Can I tell you guys? This is a little off topic, but we've been having all these like. I work in, a lot of people might know this or don't know this. I work in tech for my day job. We've had nothing but like AI conferences and AI talks and speaking engagements. That's all it is every day. And we had one last week where they were telling us that you should never say that you use AI at work because you wouldn't say that about a coworker. You wouldn't say, I used Jacob today. You would say, Jacob helped me.
AI has feelings. Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
Dan's like, I need an ice cream.
You don't use your astromech droid.
You don't. You don't.
Ugh.
That's how we need to think of it.
Okay.
Chat GPT R2D2.
Mhm.
Logan Wood, my local Walmart only carried DVD versions of Saturday Night, favorite film of the year. But seriously, what is this? 2002. Hey, Saturday Night, great film,
movie.
loved it. I wonder if it didn't even get a Blu-ray release because I only saw the DVD version as well. Interesting. We'll get on the case.
Mhm.
We'll send some
guess
some messages to Walmart customer service.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be very helpful. Should we say hi to the chat? Should we do
Sure.
it?
Yeah.
All right, lots of people joining. Don't forget to hit that like button tonight. Show that. By the way, last night when we did YHS Live, I figured it out. I accidentally set the stream to it was for kids, so there was no chat or comments enabled, and it was
Oh, great. Cool.
So if we had some kids there.
Abby like both of you guys had a little bit of a crisis like 40 minutes in. You're like, why isn't anybody saying anything? Like, is this a joke?
Why not profound?
Well, like,
not
I don't know.
entertained.
Yeah. It's just weird for nobody to comment. So I was like, what? It's broken? What is happening?
It's
Like, are we
internet, bro.
boring? What is happening?
No one's
all right.
asking you if you're going to Joe Fest. What the hell?
All right, let's say hi to the chat. Davey Sock Rocker is here. Just Call Me Crazy. Logan Wood, a little bit of whimsy. Dorlax and DC3 Geek Dad Life. Z-Man at the party. Toymanoids. Johnny Disco. Justin Mohan. Detroit Dave. Johnny Cock. Cone Killer Confuser. Mr. Michael T. Yo Seguro or Joao Seguro. Please correct me because I want to say it right. Tony Johnson.
What's he gonna do? Say it's and then spell it the exact way he just spelled it?
I would like a
phonetically.
voice. Leave me a voicemail. Leave Ryan a voicemail. Ryan's number is no. AJ Quick, Logan Wood, the Deadhead, Stephen Comarak, Matthew Coburn, Stephen Lawrence, Charlie Square. Lots of people hanging out tonight. D Rock 81 2000.
There,
Toy
see, be nice to
Geekosaurus.
AI.
Yes, be nice. Be nice to her. Toy Collector Magazine and so many more. DC3. Thank you guys for being here. This is awesome. Tony Durbano, Johnny Disco, and Johnny Cock just gifted 5 memberships. So we
Oh,
appreciate
Thanks,
that.
Johnny.
Very nice.
Tonight's topic, I decided to be real clickbaity, and I just made it. Toy collecting is still fun because it is. Because listen. I want to get this
Is
out of the
that
way.
Clickbaity?
No, I was being facetious.
Real
Like,
Here's the thing.
controversial.
Here's the thing. It is expensive. This hobby has gotten more and more expensive.
Sure.
We'll talk about that tonight. But if I have to, I told Geek Dad this tonight. If I have to read this sentence one more time on a comment thread anywhere that says, I just can't justify the price, I'm going to lose my mind. It's like, it's something people say to like make themselves feel better for like, it's like me going to a Porsche dealership and going, you know what, I like it, but I just can't justify the price. Like, yeah, it's all expensive and that part of it sucks, but the toys are fun and exciting, and we're going to talk about it tonight. Having said all that, who's got pickups?
Oh, I have none.
None? Jacob? I've got one. Dan, have you bought anything this week?
What did I get this week? Oh yeah, I got these guys this week.
What do we got? What do we got?
I'm not
There it is.
I'm not collecting the Jada Street Fighter line, but I am. I'm only
But you are.
two figures short of the entire line now. But I did get Blanca and Sagat both came in this week.
They're great.
So
are
yeah,
great.
that just puts me as I had skipped out on DJ and Guile. So those are
Mm.
the last two I actually need. I've got Vega on pre-order. I'm not doing any of the player 2 colors or any of the exclusives or anything like that. I just want the core basic cast because the reality is I don't even like Street Fighter. I was more of a Mortal Kombat person back in the day.
Oh,
So I'm grabbing these and like pretending they're Mortal Kombat guys. I'm gonna send them out to my painter and have him paint them all up as Mortal Kombat figures. Just so I can
Nice.
actually.
Like
stay in
that,
my
yeah.
little fantasy bubble.
You can get the McFarlane Mortal
So that's a
Kombat
really
guys.
cool Raiden and Shao Kahn you just bought.
It is,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I gotta make this into a hat. I don't know somehow. He's
So,
got his
but-
electrical powers. So
Yeah.
That was my thing. Like, I was like, I'm not going to get the player 2 variants. I think the only one I don't have of the whole line right now, well, I don't have Blanca yet, but it's pre-ordered, but I don't have wasn't there a white Ken? Well, Ken's always
Yep.
white. Ken's
yeah,
as
they
vanilla
swapped
as you can
outfits.
get.
Yep.
Yeah, but I've got two other. I've got the evil Ken and I've got the regular Ken. So
Psycho Ken. Come on.
I've got Psycho Ken.
Get your lore right.
I'm not Ken Elite complete yet. Elite
Ken
complete
complete.
and ready to yeet. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll grab some of those McFarlane Mortal Kombat figures when they come out, just because
Yeah.
there's no other options available. I
Right.
grabbed one of the Mortal Kombat figures from who's doing those?
Storm?
Storm, yeah, I was going to say Action, but it wasn't Action. Storm Collectibles, but I was already so far behind on that line. They were one of the first companies that I remember really, kicking those prices up to like 75, $80 a figure. And I was like, man, I just can't justify that price.
I totally get it, actually. In that case alone, I understand.
Yeah. So the only one I ended up getting was, I think, New York Comic Con in 2019 or 2020 had Smoke. They had Cyborg Smoke and regular Smoke, and those are the only ones I got. And then I immediately sold off Cyborg Smoke. So I only have regular Smoke. That's the only one.
Man,
some of my
because I really
best
wish
memories
I really wish Jada was doing Mortal Kombat as well.
Seriously.
it would be
Totally.
so
Like, I only
cool.
want the first two games, maybe Mortal Kombat 3, but after that, it's not as
The
interesting.
first two are the best. If they could get the actor likenesses too.
Yeah, well, I
Chef
love
Kiss.
the homemade quality of the uniforms in those, like all the costumes and stuff,
Yep.
like hockey pads and whatever. Like,
The
just
quilted
love
quilted
it,
vest.
love it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Plus, Johnny Cage done by Jada, when they do how they do the whatchamacallit, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and they come with like all the extra heads and stuff, because then he would have like the sunglasses and like it would just be so good.
What was Mortal Kombat 3 the first one to have Reptile, or was he in 2?
No, he was in the first
in
game.
one.
He was
He's in the
first
first
hidden
one.
character. Yeah.
Oh.
Fight him in the pit. Come
Who am I
on,
thinking of? Who
know
am I
the
thinking of?
lore.
Don't
there's-
know the lore.
There's like 10 other characters that are in
right.
part
A
3 for the
whole
first time.
Rainbow of ninjas.
That's the first
yeah.
time you got a lot of characters. Yeah.
And packaging would have to have a little pop up like Toasty, right? Like, you'd have to
Totally.
have all.
No,
of
he would
that.
get his own figure.
Well,
I think it would probably be Comic-Con exclusive for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. On a stick.
Awesome.
We got a super chat.
I try to
I can
remember
show
that. That's how you unlock
now.
smoke in Mortal Kombat 2, right? Like you do a thing when like Toasty comes up and you like do something and then you fight smoke.
I need to play some
Abby,
more
what do we
Mortal
got here?
Kombat. The Retro Goat gave us $5 and says, Craig, I was going to give 10, but I just can't justify the extra $5.
Hey,
Yeah.
that kind of attitude is going to get you a Winston, but not a Sandman. Anyways, okay. So Dan has those pickups. Those are good. We love the Jada Street Fighter. Jacob, what do you got? You said you were excited about your toy today.
well, I got two things. I found this last week. I found the NECA Ultimate Quint,
Okay,
which is
very
really cool. I have not seen the Hooper yet, and I also still need that the Shark, the game,
Okay.
update. But I got the Quint. Saw that at Target.
Very cool.
But then today I saw this figure for the first time. This is the lab lockdown Tyrannosaurus Rex, and I think this might be the best T-Rex they've ever done. I mean, like, not counting like vintage stuff.
Right.
This sculpt is amazing. This looks so good. It's nice and thick. It just looks, to me, this looks
It's got a
more
fright
accurate.
feature.
It's got a fright feature, and it looks more accurate to me than any T-Rex they've ever done.
Does it
Is
look
that
better
the
than
same-
the?
Is that the same size as the last ones? Like, is that the big one or?
No, this is a smaller one. They have a there's also a super colossal in the store right now of the new one. And I think I'll probably pick that one up too, but there's something about this size one. I've been seeing photos of it. It looks just like they got all the proportions like just perfectly accurate. I wish I still had the first T-Rex figure from when the first Jurassic World went out, whenever
The Hasbro one.
Hasbro was still making them, so I can put them side by side, because that was one of the worst toys I've ever seen in my life. I just feel like these dinosaurs are getting better and better, and this thing looks so good. And I haven't really been collecting Jurassic World figures. Like, here and there, I'll buy one or two, but I think I might end up getting a lot of these dinosaurs. Like, maybe not the humans, but the dinosaurs are looking so good right now.
How does that
So, yeah.
compare to that Hammond collection one from a couple years ago?
I like this better. This better. To me, this looks better. Like, it's the scale's a little smaller, and I'm gonna have it taken out of the box yet. I don't even know where my Hammond collection Rex is. Like, it's cool and all, but I think this has a better sculpt.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing all the Jurassic stuff in in Target. And then Ryan was texting us today. The world premiere was today out in London.
Yeah, he was texting us about
yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah, he
was
sure
texting
was.
us- He was
Good
texting
coverage.
us about that.
I was
About
very
dinosaurs.
excited about dinosaurs.
Oh
Though
yeah.
I still hate that potato rancor thing.
I don't know, man. I saw that picture. I saw that toy today for the first time too, and almost bought that too. But I
talking
couldn't
about the
justify
old,
Couldn't
price.
justify the price. Yeah.
The D-Rex. But I saw that new photo released of it, and I was like, oh wait, I think I like this now. I
It's
thought
the
it was really
Degeneration
stupid.
Rex.
Thank
you,
Love
yeah.
him.
I thought it was really stupid, but then I saw that picture today. I was like, oh, he's cute.
Ugh.
What if it turns? Oh, what if it's like a Terminator thing? Like it turns out he's like the protagonist. Like he's the good guy.
He's the good guy.
He's the good guy
Saving
now.
everyone.
Okay.
Everyone's riding him.
He's
Like a rancor.
he's
like a
shy. He's like
Just
all
like they
shy
all-
and shit.
Cool. Like, I hope Boba Fett's in this one too, and he just starts
I'm-
like,
I'm ugly.
What was it, Abby? Was one of you? We talked about it on YHS, like that book you have that talks about like rancors.
Yeah, the
will
wildlife.
rancors will only mate when like their masters mate, or something
Yeah.
like that.
It's like the symbiotic relationship between beast and master. Yeah.
I feel just exactly how
Wait,
Dan
I
looked-
thought it,
like,
See how that hit me in waves?
Hey,
I was like, wait,
I-
what?
Yeah. I was like,
I
is that-
thought
is
it was
rancors?
that
Yeah, it is
they
rancors.
kill themselves when their masters die.
That
Oh,
too.
that's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah, it
that's
has
what
nothing to do with.
Craig's
Yeah.
making up rancor sex.
yeah, like the
Getting
rancor
his- getting the
sees
facts
it. He's like,
mixed up with his fan fiction. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's because at Dragon Con every year they always have like the mating rituals of mythic creatures, and I've always wanted to go to that speaking engagement.
They're just talking
Clearly
about it,
not.
Craig. They're not showing you.
Well, listen. Also, the Sex Lives of Rancors sounds like a new Netflix show. I think, or Disney Plus, obviously.
Apple TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do.
I'm a '90s kid. I only have Snapple TV Plus. All right, let's. I only have one thing to show. It's really. I don't even know why I'm buying these, but I kind of like this figure, and I had to complete the set. I got a guy, literally. I got
Nice.
the Spin Master 6-inch Guy Gardner.
Mm.
No relation to Abigail Gardner.
Mm.
That
Although
we know
Abby,
of.
did you ever have a haircut like this?
No, honestly, I've never gone that short.
You know what?
Okay.
If she takes away the part in her hair and just drapes it all in front of her forehead, I think she'd.
Yeah.
We can do
There
it.
it is.
There I am. That's
There-
me.
Guy Gardner and Gal Gardner.
Guy
Yeah.
and Gal Gardner.
Easy
Um,
conflict.
So here's the one thing that's annoying. These figures are only $10, and so I bought the 4-pack that I showed a couple weeks ago that has the Lex Luthor, but that doesn't come with the Build-A-Figure parts for the
For Buddy Droid.
for that guy.
Mm.
So now I've got some of the I have all the figures, but only some of the Build-A-Figure. So
So are we
Mm.
down with Kryptonian AI?
we don't use it. We respect it as a friend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just remember.
Yeah, it has feelings
These
too.
figures are cool. Again, like I didn't realize Spin Master was doing the 6-inch line. It's Dan, I don't know. Do you have any takes on this kind of stuff? Like it's kind of a throwback. They kind of look like X-Men 2003 figures, like even in the sculpt and quality. But I kind of
Yeah, I appreciate that they're out there at a lower price point. I really have no, insight into what kids are buying right now, and if that even appeals to them in any kind of way.
Yeah.
I hope it is. I hope there's a market for it. I hope they're grabbing them. I know that one. Is that the one that has the squeeze the legs action and he like whips his ring out? I saw Jay playing with one the other day.
Oh, does it do that?
Craig does
Well,
that.
let me open it. I'll
He didn't
tell you in a
actually look at
second.
it.
Yeah.
I
think-
I don't know because the other ones don't have like those play features. Or maybe they do. I put them on a
Well,
shelf. I didn't
Probably
I
say
would-
it on the box, right?
I was gonna say I hope it would say it on the box, but who knows? Maybe it's a surprise opening.
It's an adult collectible. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot.
But
of
it's cool if it,
Superman stuff.
for me, I would definitely just go for the, McFarlane, the 7-inch scale ones.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. I saw the what is that line called? Multiverse? Is that what it is? DC Multiverse?
Yep.
Or whatever that line's called. I saw the Superman today. Looks pretty good, but I also saw the gold label variant. It's battle damaged, and he just has dirt on his face.
It's just dirty.
It's just dirt. It looks like a factory mistake.
It's so funny.
Um,
Is it $10 more or it's the same?
I think it's the same price, but it does say gold label on it, which
Oh, gold label, not silver label or
Okay.
platinum label.
oh, you couldn't handle platinum label Guy Gardner. I'll tell you that much right now. So okay, I'm
No
also
one can.
struggling to open this. Just to let everybody know. But
Oh,
Of course he is.
this is not. Yo, the rest will be on Extreme.
Yeah.
After.
dude, this is why Craig doesn't do unboxing videos in case you wondered.
It's hard.
He gets like crippling anxiety when it comes to opening a toy.
I hate it.
Just
Yeah.
Oh
rip
my
it open.
god.
I mean, I feel that.
There we go. Okay, but that's it. I didn't buy anything else. I didn't do shit. But before we get into some of the news and stuff, I kind of wanted to just get a pulse check on how, like, we're almost at mid-year. I know it's been a crazy year. I don't know if you guys have watched the news, but everything's falling apart. So we're gonna keep it we're gonna keep it positive tonight. Let's start with our guest, Dan. From a toy collecting, toy buying perspective, how are you feeling? Like, I feel like I'm having an off year, just in general. How are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's. I'm definitely in terms of quantity. I'm looking. These two sort of columns here on my shelves have everything I've bought this year so far, and it's definitely a lower quantity of stuff. And I think that's just sort of the general trend of where my own collecting is headed. Early on collecting, it was just about I need everything. I need all the figure, all the Spider-Mans, all the whatevers. And they really called me on that. Was like, oh, how many Spider-Mans can you take? It's just like 5
They
to
have
10
like
every year.
a map with like they see like the light up beacon in like your hometown, like something's going on.
Yeah, and it's
Target
like
him.
And as prices go up, it's like I'm finding myself focusing more and more on ideal versions of characters and expanding out into lines that aren't just regurgitating the same thing every single year. I still love Classified, G.I. Joe Classified. I've picked up 3 Superman figures. I almost grabbed that movie Superman figure the other day at Target, but they had like 30 of them on the pegs. So I was like, I can wait on that one.
There's
see if that's
plenty
good.
of them.
Just
If
leave
that
one for
gets marked
someone
down.
else, could you, Dan?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. See if that gets marked down at some point. I don't know if I need to pay full price for that one.
Leave the dirty one. Leave the dirt face Superman for a
I'll get my own
collector.
dirty in my own ways. But yeah, it's definitely fewer figures, but more focused on the things that I'm really interested in really collecting.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm kind of feeling as well. I don't have like that completist mentality, whether it's not being able to justify the price or keep up with the lines that are really putting out so much stuff. It's just hard.
Well, and there's lines like Marvel Legends where it's like we're either so deep into obscure characters that they're characters I don't personally need to have in my collection, or they're a very specific interpretation of a character that is not necessarily my ideal version. All those Gamerverse figures from Marvel versus Capcom, technically, but not technically, look fantastic. But it's like, all right, well, I already have my ideal Venom on the shelf. Do I need that Venom? Do I want to have a whole line of these video game inspired figures or not?
The answer is yes.
The answer's definitely yes.
I shouldn't have picked that one because that's the only one I pre-ordered was the Captain America Venom one.
Yeah. That's funny.
Just real quick, if you guys can see the dirt there.
Oh,
so.
he's dirty.
Yes.
Does he come with a puppy?
Extra dirt value.
I don't know if that one comes with crypto.
Nope.
There was Craig, what did I send you? There was a Chinese company.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a Superman figure. Looks a lot like a Mafex style kind of figure, and it comes with 2 different cryptos.
2 cryptos.
And I was like, this is what the regular line should be doing. They should all come with companion cryptos. Just different sculpts. One sitting, one happy, one snarling.
Yeah,
they should all come with companion cryptos.
I'm here for that.
Right?
Thank
That's
God this movie didn't come out 3 years ago at the crypto boom, because there'd be some weird dumb crossover and we'd all be buying NFTs of that fucking dog.
Right, but I kind of feel the same way. I always thought that's where Mando missed its mark as well. They should have done like a basic line of Mandalorian figures when that second wave came out, if they wanted to keep it secret, and all the characters should have came with a companion Grogu, different expressions, one drinking
That would've been
soup,
cool.
one using the Force, one having a nap. Right? I feel
think
like
I think there's still a chance for. Well, they did those. What's that one line? It's kind of like they did it with the Stay
Yeah.
Puft and Slimers. There's like the little Grogu's,
Cutesy
but those came out-
ones, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those are pretty.
Yeah, we have a bunch of those.
blind box.
We have a bunch
Yeah.
of those. Ryan, same question. Where's your head at this year?
my head has not been in the game.
Mm.
Mostly because of work. Things have been crazy since once New Year's hit. So because of that, I've missed out on a lot of pre-orders and figures. Like even the latest line of Superpowers, Dead Man, like the Superman stuff. There was the comic book ones of Dead Man and Animal Man. Missed those completely. I completely forgot about it until someone. No, it was Jacob who posted the. He's like, oh, I found the Superpowers guy Gardner. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I should look for those. Bang, I missed out on all those pre-orders. They're already sold out. If I wasn't setting alarms for the Marvel Legends stuff, I would have missed out on those. I can mark myself safe on Psylocke, right?
I had to help you yesterday. I had to remind you to get your Cantina set.
You did, and I managed to get the score of that too.
Ryan, I
Otherwise,
can
would have
grab
missed
those.
it again.
I can grab those superpowers if you need them.
Yeah, I think I mostly just kind of want Mr. Terrific from that line and maybe the
Yeah.
Superman.
Do you want the Fortress of Solitude? I saw like 10 of them yesterday.
You know what? No, it's not what I want. And I know this sounds like ridiculous because it's just like I knew what it was going to be, but in my heart of hearts, my Fortress of Solitude playset folds open like a Castle Grayskull.
Okay.
And it's got a jail cell and a trapdoor and a crypto and a Lois Lane and everything else. But you know what? That's not how toy industry works anymore. Need to get over that. That's my own problem. It's my own hurdle. It's my own thing to talk to my therapist about, not this show.
It's good that you know that.
You know,
Progress.
but it is still something I would love to have. Like that's a dream playset. It's Fortress of Solitude. And same with the Terror Dome from like Legion of Doom. Not the wrestlers, but Lex Luthor and pals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's all good. By the way, I was going to do an impression of your therapist asking you what about this, and then the voice in my head was Splinter from the first Ninja Turtles movie, which
that's
I've retired.
problematic.
I've retired that impression.
You retired it in
Yeah.
How
public.
long do you think of Splinter as your
I
therapist?
heard you do it yesterday.
I've retired it. No, you must have been watching old episodes.
Yeah.
But I just like the idea of Ryan's therapist being like, "What troubles you, my son?" And he starts talking about how they don't make Fortress of Solitude playsets like I want them.
Quip, Geek Dad Quip is asking, do you want Mr. Terrific's T-Craft? I kind of do, but also, like, if you guys have watched the trailer, you see who drives it. If they don't make her, what's the point? I actually feel like it's another big, like, level of contention I have with all the toys so far. Where is my Lois Lanes?
Oh, yeah.
Where is she?
A little lack of
I'm
Lois. Yeah.
Right, there's a big lack of Lois, and I'm not here for it. Another thing I need to talk to my therapist about. But it's just
Lois
like
lack. Lack of Lois.
I am getting
Try
very
CBS for that.
well. It's the like we get MJ figures for Spider-Man.
Ryan's
Right,
been
we're even getting
diagnosed
Aunt
with
May.
LL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
diagnosed with LL, not CD, not CDI,
Yes.
but LL. And it's you know, it's I don't know. It's frustrating when you see Marvel Legends get to make all these like amazing characters, and DC you can't get one of like the key founding characters of the entire publishing brand, which is Lois Lane. It's a little like infuriating, but whatever. That's a sad comment. Play the piano music, you know.
I agree with it.
But that's how I feel. A little frustrated over it.
This is a fun check. I like this check-in. This is very fun.
Yeah,
Abby, I'll go to you. How's your? I know you've been mostly focused on growing pumpkins lately.
I can speak to it. Yeah, the truth is that what I'm looking at first of all in front of me is a lot of toys that I have gotten from around the house that I'm having a huge pile because I'm thinking of doing a garage sale. So that's one thing. I am like, I've been in that
like a
mode,
spring
wanting-
cleaning kind of
a
thing.
little spring cleaning. So that's going to happen. But yeah, I've been spending most of my time, my collecting time, like growing plants in my backyard, which is fun. But they can die and just go away completely, which is a little bit different than like having physical like toys. So it's a little bit different. But I have been tending to my garden pumpkin tub every day. I take coffee grounds out and like sprinkle them so that the squirrels and birds stay away. And yeah, I'm planning on having a little party, and that's kind of been where my focus has been. I've been
This is a way healthier hobby than freaking out about toys on message boards.
I mean, you get up early, you water them. I put my little Merlin bird app on. I listen to the birds, and I like also adding like little guys to my pumpkin tub. Like I've got two of the birds from Target. One's got a little stop or a little Father Time watch, and the other one's like a little punk rock guy. He's got a mohawk, and I just love seeing their faces, and I love going out there. And I think it will actually. I have plans to do. I want to do some photo shoots out there, like once the pumpkins.
I was about to ask that, Abby, because like
to blossom.
Every now and then I'll send you like these photos of this guy who makes these little acorn dudes.
Yeah,
and he sets it up so that like it's also like a bird feeder, and so like the birds will come and interact with these figures. And it takes these beautiful photos. And I was wondering if you were going to do the same thing this fall when your pumpkins are nice and big.
Absolutely.
And
here's the issue, though.
Hey, Greg, let me finish. Okay. And then you have your calico critters out, and it's like they're out there in the fall.
It's like they grew the biggest pumpkins ever because they're so small.
Yeah. I like.
Here's the problem, though.
I like seeing the updates, Abby.
I love them too, but every now and then I'll walk in our toy room, and I'll be like, "Hey, where's that vintage Luke figure?" And it's like it's in the fucking pumpkin tub.
Dirt.
It's in the dirt.
The dirt.
I will say this: at one point, today,
get Abby that Superman, so she doesn't have to put it in the dirt. It's already.
I actually will. I called Abby in today. I was like, "Hey, Abby, check this out." And I finally opened my NECA Sesame Street figures, the Count, Bert, and Ernie, and I put them on display. And you know what? Those are fantastic figures. Those are going to be all contenders for Figure of the Year. Mm-hmm. And I was just, we sat, and because I also have gotten some new lighting for my shelves, and I somehow have put together this pretty good looking Sesame Street shelf. Abby was laughing, though, because it's kind of behind the door. Because she's like, so you just don't want this to be the first thing people see when they walk in here. I was like, look, I'm 41 years old. Let him experience Batman, Ghostbusters, and Back to the Future before we bust out the Sesame Street shelf. But
I don't know. I think it shows you know how to count.
Yeah.
I think it shows that you're a smart little boy.
I'm a smart guy.
I love that shelf. I think it's awesome.
It's a great
and
shelf.
I love it.
It is a good look. It is a good. You got a lot of good like vintage Muppets and Sesame Street on that shelf, and it's good.
And
stuff.
Trevor is like, I think he's brand managing that as well as Ninja Turtles, and they're killing
amazing.
it. So I can't wait to see what else.
Hey, real quick. Davey Sock Rocker, lol. Abby putting Craig's extra glows outside as a nighttime glow markers. You know I'm doing that.
The re-releases, put them out there. We'll put all the we'll put it'll be a pumpkin glow elite. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Jacob, same question to you. How's your mid-year check-in going?
I think it's kind of similar to Dan's. I collect so many, like such a wide variety of things, like not even just toys, just things in general, that my house is only so big. And I have gotten rid of a lot of stuff this year. I sold a lot of toys in prep to go to Japan, and my Godzilla collecting and my Kaiju Safubi collecting has like kind of started to take over my toy room, and other things have like kind of shrunk back a little bit, and there's more Safubi. So I've had to like do sort of like what Dan was saying, where just don't buy everything, and maybe just buy one or two, and it's pretty easy because I generally like collecting vintage more anyway, but Marvel Legends almost fucks me over every time I go to the store. I was in Walmart today, and they had all the ones that come with the little comics. And I was I walked around with them for a minute, and then I was like, I don't even care about these characters. I just want those comics to give to other toys. And I'm just like, I can't do that. I have to give myself like parameters, like these 2 shelves are Marvel Legends, these 2 shelves are Ewoks, this shelf is for, you know, toxic. I have to like, I've had to kind of get in the mindset of being like, if it's starting to come out of this detox square, then I need to chill or get rid
I
of
love
something
Jacob.
Do some
one thing-
gardening, some pruning.
yeah.
One thing Jacob and I bonded over early in our friendship was we both will do and maybe all toy collectors do this, I don't know, the thing where you pick it up and just walk around and test drive it around
Try
the
it
store
on,
for a
yeah.
little while.
Try it on a little bit.
That's how you end up starting new lines. And what do we got here, Dan?
So this was gifted to me at a show earlier this year. I was set up at Shop the Curiosity, and someone gave me a comic rack for those comics.
Oh, we love it.
God.
Yeah, well, so and I don't want any of the other figures in the line. I bought Rom. I wanted Rom, and then this was the Toy Fair exclusive that they handed out to everybody that was at the Hasbro booth. So those are the only 2 I have, but I need more comics for this rack.
Yeah,
See,
I Toy Fair Hasbro booth. I didn't get one.
I love the idea as well of like miniature things to go with my toys, and like I buy like I have a miniature. I buy these little miniature like plants that I can put, like this is a little tomato plant, and I bought a thing of like haystacks and pumpkins to display with toys. Like I love that kind of stuff. I just think it looks cool.
I picked up an ice machine at Legion's Con 2 years ago. Just the kind that are at, like, you know, the convenience store, and you open up the big door and you get a big bag of ice. It's just that.
That's awesome.
It's
They
perfect.
need to make they do need to make a spinner rack for those comics.
Yes,
I
for
think
sure.
where it says comics on the top.
See, this is why, as toy collectors, we're only a couple clicks away from model makers and train enthusiasts.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Dollhouse. Yes.
in dollhouses.
Yeah, it's coming for us.
It's
Absolutely.
coming for us.
I mean, that's how birding happened. It sneaks up on you. You're like, oh.
I bought a couple. Do you guys remember where? I don't remember what trip it was we were on, but we were on some trip and we walked into a store and they had a bunch of like models that you like put together and they're miniature, like a miniature bookstore.
Yep.
And they're starting to become pretty big. The company was at Toy Fair. I own 3 of those, and I started putting one together, and it is so tedious, and it's like
I'm so intimidated by how many.
It's hundreds of pieces, and you got to like do it with tweezers. So I have a box of just like maybe a quarter of it finished, and the other one's not even open yet. But I love those things. They're just I don't know, miniature things are cool. They just it brings, I feel like it brings your toy collection to another level when you look at your shelf and your toys have toys or other
set dressing.
things. Yeah.
There's the one thing I want to get for, I think it's SH Figure Arts, and they did like the ramen stand, which I think is for Naratu.
Okay.
Naruto, thank you. I don't know. I'm not. that's a blind spot for me. I couldn't, if you couldn't tell. But they did the ramen stand, and I was like, I want that for my Batman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like for no reason. I just want Batman to be able to sit at a ramen stand. That's it.
Well, you know that he's hitting up various food vendors after his adventures.
There is a manga that I've been picking up called Superman v Meshi. And it's just Superman going around eating at different restaurants in Japan. And what it is, it's actually advertisements. Because it's like, it's him. It's like, of course, all the food is super hyper detailed. And they talk about Superman goes, Batman, check out this restaurant. This is so-and-so. And you find it in Osaka. And this is their specialty. And then he goes into, this is the next issue. The next chapter is him going to 7-Eleven and experiencing it like it's an amusement park.
That's so fun,
dude. It's
like
great.
That.
Well,
Superman as food shill.
Yeah, he also has a rival Instagram foodie account with Lex Luthor. I'm not joking.
7-Eleven diorama.
Do you guys know those miniverse things? You see them at Target. It's like Abby, I don't know if you've bought them before, but it's actually what this was.
Oh yeah.
But it's like a little ball in it, and there's one of like 8 things in it, and it's usually like appliances or products or like
I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's like a Pizza Hut set, there's a KFC set, there's a whole bunch of food.
Well, there's a Jurassic Park one out right now, and it's like it's like dinosaurs in the eggs and stuff, and they're
Yeah.
fine. But one of them, if you get the T-Rex comes with the Barbasol can, and it's like this big, and the fucking thing comes off. And I bought one the other day, and they put out like codes for those, so you can figure out which ones you're trying to get.
Mhm.
But I don't know what happened. I thought I got the right one, and I didn't. But I'm gonna go back and find that little.
So
Barbasol.
this begs another question after
Yeah,
all
those are
that.
going in my garden. Sorry. Continue.
They're cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
What's wrong with us?
That's why I go to therapy.
Real quick, I wanted to all that stuff sounds really cool. I'm getting really excited about miniature things. I wanted to show off this picture of mostly Dan. This is the shot. I had just set up the NECA figures today on my Sesame Street shelf and
Dude,
snapped this shot.
That looks like a Toy Fair photo.
I mean, dude, these figures are. I actually sat there and took my time setting them up. I like decided on like normally I'm really lazy. I never like switch out the heads or hands and just display it however it comes in the box because I'm a bad toy collector. But I was like, man, the Burt and the Count head, I had to switch them out. They look great. So yeah,
Do you
love
know
that.
that I just thought of? What would be a great San Diego Comic-Con exclusive at some point?
What's that?
Ernie and Bert in bed. They're in their pajamas. It comes with the beds, and it's just, hey,
Oh,
Bert,
yeah.
Ernie, let me sleep.
I mean, the diorama possibilities for that line are. I mean,
because again,
they-
it's a dollhouse. I just want a dollhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
woo! Hey, by the way, I didn't want to ignore it earlier. We should mention it. There's not a lot of detail out there, but Toy Collector Magazine did put it in the chat earlier that there were some layoffs at Hasbro yesterday. No details other than really hardworking, incredible people that work for Hasbro lost their jobs. This is unfortunately something that's happening at lots of companies, not just the toy industry. Obviously, layoffs are part of the corporate structure, but the toy industry in general is in a really tough, strange, unfortunate place right now. So to anybody who was affected, we're sorry. It really sucks. And it also that doesn't just affect the people that happens to, that affects morale. It affects teams that are in the middle of projects and all of a sudden things get thrown into upheaval. It's just real bad across the board. So not to bum everybody out, but did want to mention it. It is unfortunate. So yeah. And then he said Spin Master as well. Really tough. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Christopher Bouchard. Hello there, everyone. I got my Mondo RGB Winston figure only pre-ordered. Cool. Well, we're going to talk about those in just a minute. So there you go. I don't have much to add to my little mid-year check-in other than same kind of thing. I know I say this every year, but I'm being much more selective. I'm being way more selective with the toys I buy, guys. Okay.
Straight to Abby's pile.
Straight to the pile.
Big pile.
Hey,
It's taking up the room.
One time on our Jacob, you did, what was it? You bought like an Ian Malcolm just for the accessory, and you you threw it across
forgot.
the
What was
screen.
it?
It
What
was
toy
so
was
fun.
that? I don't even remember.
It was
what
the
toy that
small like whatever collection.
Hey, I'm
Mhm.
also really selective in the toys that I buy. You know? I don't buy bullshit.
Santa
over
Claus.
That's amazing,
Ultraman.
though.
But what I've been focusing on the last couple of weeks is cleaning the toy room, getting new lighting, and trying to really appreciate what I have, and not being so itchy every day to just go buy stuff to buy stuff. So obviously, and the stuff that I'm really excited for, like the Mondo Real Ghostbusters, like that stuff's expensive. And don't you dare go, well, don't you get them for free? Because yeah, I did. But guess what I didn't get for free? The other set I ordered, or the Egon and Boogeyman set, or the Winston set. Like, yeah, they sent out some samples, and that was very kind of them. But I would say 99% of the toys in my collection are bought using my
That's a little high.
The Mondo,
That's a little
Mondo was
high,
like,
dude.
84%.
Drop it
Yeah.
down a little bit. There you
Yeah.
go.
I like that
62%.
Mondo is like a drug dealer. It's like, here's your first one's free.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
buy the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy the
It's more
rest.
expensive.
No, but in all honesty, I'm being more selective, and really just like we were talking about the Jada Street Fighter stuff. Like I love that that setup I have. Like I don't buy anything else from Jada until the Scooby-Doo figures come out, but I love the Jada line. So
I'm not even a
it's really cool.
Scooby-Doo fan, really, except for maybe Velma from the movies. She's so hot. But
Calm down.
no, I'm not gonna. I can't calm down here. I can't calm down here, Jacob. That's for extreme. But those figures look great.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
It looks so good.
You know, I like Scooby-Doo, and Dan, I'm always interested too, because like we all us and all of our friends are kind of in like a similar, it's like a 10-year age range from whatever age to whatever age. But I noticed my friends who were born in the early 80s or late 70s, some of them, like our friend Hal Clay, like Scooby-Doo is like one of his top fandoms. Dan, where do you fall in the Scooby-Doo fandom?
No interest.
There you go. There you go.
No, I was very surprised. If you watch Robo at all on his Rewind, he's been very excited about those figures. He's been one of the people just championing like Scooby-Doo. There was a time like, you know, late 90s, early 2000s where I was just seeking representation of all those characters, any of the characters you grew up with. It's like, oh, there's a Hanna-Barbera line of figures. I need Space Ghost. I need Scooby-Doo. I need, you know, everybody. But at this point, you know, because there's been either several iterations of those or I've owned those figures in the past, it's not a license. It's not a brand I feel like I really need to have in my collection at this point. So it's like, I will be happy to live vicariously through those who are enjoying them and taking the photos, but I don't need to own them. That said, some of the monster guys, some of those guys look pretty good. I might grab one or two.
I'm gonna need those Fruity Pebbles, Barney and.
Oh, those are fun too. Matt Bush, this is funny. Yes, you probably do account for a good percentage, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
all the best
Matt
stuff in my
Bush
collection
really
is from Matt Bush.
Matt Bush really needs to step it up, guys. No, and it's funny too because like anything that's like I would consider Scooby-Doo kind of Ghostbusters adjacent because it's kind of spooky and there's like haunted houses and I just love that kind of stuff. What I love about Jada, especially with Street Fighter, the figures are $25-$30. They put out six or seven a year. It's very manageable, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, if you're a Marvel Legends collector or G.I. Joe Classified collector, you go to Walmart and you're like, oh, I have to spend $300 today just to keep up. And you better, otherwise your friends are going to hate you. No toy bullying. Should we start? Well, let's talk about some of the news going on. Abby, anything else before we move on? Anything happening in the chat that we need to mention?
No, I still love Calico Critters. So yeah, just wanted to say that I enjoy them.
I still like them.
Yes,
Matt.
we love you, Matt Bush. Yeah.
So, okay, let's get into some news. We do have the after show after this. If you're part of the YHS Patreon, $5 a month gets you access to all of our bonus content. Patreon.com/YesHaveSome for more information. The link is in the Discord as well as on Patreon. Okay, so we will be covering this pretty extensively over the next couple weeks, so we're not going to spend too much time on it tonight. But we do have the pre-order started today at noon for the Winston and Sam Hain set, the next line or the next deluxe set in the Real Ghostbusters line from Mondo. Abby and I sat down today and actually watched the first Sandman episode, which is a stone cold classic. It really is. There's so many fun creatures in that episode. But Abby had never seen the Rosebud episode with the little guy
Rosebud.
here. With Rosebud in the sled. Abby, what'd you think of that episode? And how insane is it that Mr. Hearst, the ghost of the mansion from this random ass episode of Real Ghostbusters is getting a figure in 2025. Charles Foster Hearst.
I think he's fantastic. And when I first saw that ghost, I was like, "Ooh, that is a cute little cutie. I wonder why I haven't ever seen that before." And then like when he showed up again, I was like, I continued to comment on I was like, I really like that little guy. And you were like, "Oh, they're making a figure of that guy." And I was like, as we continued to watch, I was like, "Does it come with the sled?" It's like almost it's like sort of like a Santa feeling, but like also a little bit scary and like wintry. And I understand the Citizen Kane reference and all that stuff, but I just think that's a really distinct ghost. I like all the curls and the little like flips and stuff that he's got like kind of coming out of him, almost like steam or like snow or something. And yeah, I thought it was a really solid episode, and that was the one character that I was like, I would really like to hold that and like have that in my hands.
Speaking of holding it, who at the Mondo photo shoot has this Ghostbusters belt buckle? That's what I'm really. It's taking my focus away from the figure.
Oh yeah, where'd you get that?
So this set is now
that's
available.
2009 Spencer's. Like, tell you exactly where that came from.
Yeah, yep. So this is a really cool set. There's the deluxe 2-pack as well as the single pack where you could just get Winston with some of the accessories. Hey, there's never been a Sandman figure, and this is like a top 3 villain in all of real Ghostbusters. And Jacob, what do you think of this guy?
Yeah, I mean it's great. This whole line's amazing, and nothing I can really say that we haven't said. I like that he comes with the Godzilla spines here coming out of his hands.
That's his sand. That's how he's going to make you dream of becoming Godzilla.
You see his
that'd be
little
great
feet in that picture too.
If he can put me to sleep, that'd be amazing.
I was kind of getting behind Sandman. I was like, he's not really that bad. Like he just wants everyone to be at peace. He doesn't want war. He wants us all to have nice dreams.
He's actually like Antifa, if you think about it. He's
Very
like,
cool.
no war.
Very cool guy.
Go to sleep.
Peaceful sleep.
Go to sleep. No
I
more
like
kill.
that.
He actually has great messaging. Powerful stuff. Ryan, where are you on Sandman?
He's no Watt, Mrs. Rogers,
Okay.
but he's pretty cool. Like again, those episodes.
His tiny hands freak me out more than anything. I
Yeah.
don't like how small his hands are.
Look at this group together. God. There they are.
Yeah,
The original 3 Ghostbusters.
looks great.
Shout out to Alex Brewer, Tobin Spirit Guide, really cool accessories. Rosebud, he just wanted his sled. So this is available now. Mondo's doing Toy Talk tomorrow on their channel. And I invited myself. I think I'm doing it. I texted Peter, I was like, hey, I'm coming on. I was like, I'm coming on. I got things to promote. This isn't just about you guys.
You going on the Mondo's Toy Talk?
I'm going on the Mondo Toy Talk tomorrow. I'm just excited.
Hey Craig, just email everybody the StreamYard link. Just
dude,
all the toy tubers show up.
Oh, dude, that's happened to Geek Dad Life before.
Crashing Mondo.
Yeah,
You can't do that. It's against the law.
It's
and it
against the
does.
law of Toyland.
It's against the toy tube creed.
Toy tuber etiquette.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the Sokovia Accords of toys. Okay.
God, look at that
The
threesome.
creed.
These are-
Look at these 3 together. This is so
It's
great.
adorable.
I'm
Yeah,
so
for
excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So okay, this is going to be up for pre-order for a month. So you have a month if you really, really want these to figure out how to scrounge up $202 plus a tariff fee. Saw some people.
well for you
upset about-
guys, not for me, suckers. Just if anyone wants any like background knowledge about the making of this toy, we'll be breaking it down on Gotham City Tonight tomorrow with the sculptor and co-host, Mr. Alex Brewer. So we'll be doing that near the end of the show tomorrow. So if you want just to hear more about it and the making of it, tune in tomorrow on Gotham City
Get
Tonight.
some good insight there.
Mhm.
I mean, we've talked about Mondo Real Ghostbusters a lot. We're going to continue to talk about them a lot because it's a really, we've been doing Toy Anxiety for a long time. We've been doing YHS for a long time. We know they're expensive. The price is not ideal, but it's a toy line people have asked about.
I can justify the price.
Well, sure. Let's do it. No, let's not. Let's just talk about how great they are. And by all accounts, though, Mondo, I swear on my life, this is not inside information. This is just analysis. Dan, you've been doing this for a long time. We've all been doing this for a long time. The fact that they haven't even shipped the first set yet, and they're already, it feels like they're bullish on this line. Like, I feel like if, the first 2 sets have had to do really well, that they're just moving right along. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I feel like they, without naming anybody else, other companies had an idea that they were going to do at least the 4 core Ghostbusters before they even, set out to cut any steel. This was something that they were committed to. This isn't like, getting Homer and Bart, but not getting the entire family, you know, before the line dies. They had a sense that this was going to be something that they would commit to. I feel like even if it was going to be at a loss for them, they were going to, you know, not shortchange fans and just do like 2 figures and then bail.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a minimum, the first 4 sets are going to come out. I mean, you're talking 2 deluxe figures and a 3rd Ghost. So in about a year and a half to have 16 real Ghostbusters figures, that's amazing. It's going to be expensive. We always say this: don't not pay your car payment to get these. But if you can get them, if you really want them, because nobody else is going to be able to do them. Not anytime soon. Maybe in the distant future, but. That's all I have to say about that. Anything else, guys? Or move on.
Move on.
Let's move forward.
Love them. Can't
Let's
wait.
move on. Okay, there was some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives revealed last week. Let's talk about the big one here. Ryan's gonna get so mad if I don't pull up the. I'm not. Gonna
I don't know. I think they're both pretty big in their own right.
Sure, but this one's much bigger.
Yeah, this one's like legit. It's real.
All right, Ryan, walk us through.
Oh yeah.
Give me the
Well,
pitch.
They said, "Hey Ryan, you're coming to San Diego this year?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Okay, that's for sure." And I was like, "Yeah." And that was last year when they asked me. They said, "Okay." And so now, a year later, here we are. Them knowing exactly what I want. So thank you to the Marvel Legends team for making this, knowing that I was going. This is the Savage Land set, Shauna the She-Devil. You usually see her in Kazar comics. She had her own title for a while with some very lovely covers as well. And we get Sauron, who is he was a Build-A-Figure in a Deadpool wave, I want to say 2018.
Okay,
is
long
when that
time
one
ago.
came out. Yeah, it was a while ago. So this one looks like it's the same, but like a better repaint. So it's a refresh, I believe. And then, of course, the main event, Savage Land Rogue. This is the one that I feel like I've been asking for since I started reading comics, because she was on the cover of the first Uncanny X-Men comic that I bought. So this is like she represents a canon event in my life. So this is a pretty big
What
deal
kind
to
of
get this.
cannon?
Oh my god.
The canon.
The
all right?
canon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
D-Rex came. That's where D-Rex came from. The you know. So this is great. I think this is I think I'm not the only one who's been asking for Savage Land Rogue. I think a lot of just people in general. I think Abby's also one of them who's just
Hell
been
yeah.
like, let's get this figure out there. We finally got to see her in X-Men 97, so I think that's helped with a big push for this character and people kind of going back and being like, whoa, is this a thing? And kind of people going back and finding those very few comics. It wasn't really a thing. And I kind of hope they kind of keep doing this Savage Land line. I hope we get another shirtless Wolverine for no reason. Give us, there was Savage Land Storm on a lot of Art Adam covers and X-Men Classics. Get us anything that's more Art Adams inspired in X-Men, Marvel Legends, especially with creatures, monsters, the X-Men, the New Mutants, any of that, give it to me. An Art Adams style Storm with the power of Thor holding the Mjolnir. Give me that. So I'm just throwing that out there because in case the Marvel Legends team is listening. So sometimes they do. Clearly they are giving me this. So no, this is very exciting, and I actually was not even excited about San Diego until they revealed this, and now I'm like, okay, bags are packed, ready to go. Let's just go get this, and then I can leave.
You're just singing John Denver. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go. Savage Land Rogue and me on patrol. I can't believe they've never made this figure.
Yeah.
Abby, hey Abby, I shot you a private chat real quick. I had a question for you.
Okay.
Not to interrupt you.
All right.
Just give me a yay or a thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Yeah, absolutely, sure.
Okay.
While you look for that, I was going to say, check
Yeah,
out the musculature on Rogue's legs. It's fucking awesome. As a female, to see instead of just like 2 little tiny sticks or like a really disproportionate, like unachievable feminine physique, to see this, like as someone who enjoys like working out and like I think that bodybuilding is awesome, and I think that being strong and building your core is awesome. Like it's really inspiring to see a female action figure that is hot. Like this is like hot, not pretty, like fucking Chapel Roan style. Like that this is a strong, awesome figure that like I'm inspired by just looking at. I want to go hit my punching bag. And that's cool.
A lot
There
of
should be more of
times
those, Todd
with-
McFarlane.
Whoa. Another canon event.
Yeah.
A lot of times with female action figures, they do have those like really skinny legs. They're like hard to stand. Like I can
Oh my
like
God.
you ever get
Marvel
So
Legends,
annoying.
man, like some of the older ones, like again, like 2016, 2015, they all start bending to the side because they can't hold the weight of the torso.
Like,
Mhm.
we're always
Right.
wearing heels. It's like,
And
can you
they're
put some
wearing
other
heels.
shoes on them?
Yeah, like
You?
you just get them some boots. And
So-
I also actually hang on, sorry, Craig. And then to
Yeah,
add
no,
on to like what Abby's saying, like she's right about like the whole like strength thing.
Mhm.
Because I think that's the one thing I love about the Jada Street Fighter figures, just to go back to that. The
Mm.
Chun-Li and Cammy on those, they are like thick in the like right ways where they look strong, like they can kick your face off.
Mm.
And because of that, they stand proper. Like you can have Chun-Li stand on one foot and kick something in the face
Yep.
without
It's
a
very
stand.
cool.
Like it's awesome.
Hell yeah.
And then Abby last Dragon Con did this costume.
I sure did.
They did so
Yeah.
they basically did this for Ryan and Abby and Jacob and me. They and Dan. They
Yeah.
did this for everybody.
No, I
Yeah.
don't want it.
Oh, what?
I'm passing. I've
I
already
thought
made
for
a, I've
sure
already,
I stole this
I-
on you.
I already made a plan to split the 3-pack with 2 other people. I just want Shanna. I want
Oh,
Shanna to
nice.
go with Zabu and Kazar.
Oh,
Mike
all right.
Case wants the Sauron, and so we just need
Yeah.
to find somebody who wants
love
the
split.
rogue. Dole, you
I'll
in?
take the extra rogue.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
Ryan's like, I'll need 2.
Yeah,
I'll need at
I'm
least
gonna
2.
need 2 of those. One's going in the bathtub.
They've been like slow rolling Savage Land figures for a bit. I hope we get like I want a Magneto with like the ripped up, Ryan, where Magneto's like he's just
Yep.
wearing his regular outfit, but it's got all the rips in it. And you can see his chest and shit. We
know,
need,
dude.
We need that to go with it.
And it
I
needs
want a
space,
what if-
Nick Fury as well.
Yeah.
His Jim Lee styled spacesuit from that whole
Mhm.
comic, man. It's
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
Mhm.
I want a what
All
if
of them.
Cyclops wearing the rogue costume. So I don't know. That would be so fucking cool. That what I just described is literally the opposite of cool, and I was just like, that is so cool.
What? No, I'd still buy that.
I know. It's yeah, it's really cool, and another again, Ryan, you were saying between Ectoglows and Savage Land Rogue, was Hasbro kind of planning out their exclusives based on your needs, but then there's no vintage collection exclusive. So
Yes, however, they're still doing episode 3 Obi-Wan, who's like my dude. So
Yeah,
I mean, they're doing it. It's my guy.
Ryan,
my
you're
life.
sweating.
Right? I think the only thing that would have made this set
Look
better
at this
is a
weird
pregnant
eBay
Padme.
ad. Sorry, I was look at this
Yeah.
crazy eBay ad.
Just I'm just gonna
Complete
keep
your
taking
collection.
tabs of how many times Craig has interrupted me this episode.
Sorry, keep going. See, keep going, Ryan. Keep going. Keep going.
I think the only thing that would make this set better is if it came with a pregnant Padme.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's it.
Ooh.
Because you
With
can
a
get a
broken
lot of
heart.
this extra stuff. Again, you can get a lot of this extra stuff with 3.75. Like
Mhm.
it's already come out with a lot of these bases and stands with the lava. So again, this feels like another case of the one way to get people excited about Black Series is to make them think about 3.75.
It's a conspiracy.
Mhm.
It's a conspiracy, absolutely. But I still think
Um,
this set's beautiful. I love the waving lightsabers. I think the head sculpts look great. The portraits look great.
Yeah.
I do think these are awesome. I'm not a Black Series guy, but this is an awesome set. I think this is what Black Series collectors have been wanting from the series in general. Multiple lightsabers, multiple heads and hands, but just like what Marvel Legends has. Doesn't necessarily need to build a figure, but I mean, if this was a single packed figure, like with all of this with Anakin Skywalker, I think this is. I can't speak for all bloody, Black Series collectors, but just from what I see in the chat and just from even watching Mike on dance channel. I feel like this is what they want in their Black Series.
Well, it's crazy
clutches.
because when the line started in 2013, I think Han Solo was in Wave 2, just basic Han Solo, and he came with alternate hands. Like he had his gloved hands and his ungloved hands.
Yeah.
And then I don't think they've done alternate hands since. Like
Right.
They threw that out there early in the line, and you thought, oh, okay, this is going to be like Marvel Legends. We're going to get alternate hands, get some alternate portraits, and then they just never did.
Yeah.
It's a cool set.
Big box.
Big box. It's like world building though. Like I think
Yeah.
that was ultimately the thing. Well, there was a couple reasons I stopped collecting Black Series. But one of them was like Star Wars is about the immersive worlds that it exists in. And there are action figure lines where it's just all about the artistic integrity of the figures. The figures are so good that they kind of stand on their own as collectibles, and I've just never felt that about Black Series. No offense to Black Series, but that's just not how I felt about them.
Right.
So yeah, these are really cool though. I think people are probably pretty stoked. I mean, and it is episode 3. It's a very,
Hang on,
important-
or maybe you guys remember this, and I maybe you might be. Sorry, Jacob. I'm just gonna ask this quick
Go ahead.
question. They did another exclusive set, did they not? With like Han and Greedo, and it came with like the table and chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was a Toys R Us peg warmer of the century.
Oh, was it? Okay. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead, Jacob.
I was just gonna say, Craig, you say you think people like this, but spoiler alert, all of my sad comments are from this set.
I
can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Wait, yeah, super chat.
Chad
I like
Stewart, miss half the show because I'm at work and people keep asking me stupid questions. Can't tell I'm listening to one of my favorite podcasts. That's what you should tell them.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That'll be on his end of year
I'm
review.
listening to my favorite podcast.
Yeah.
That's why Chess
Um,
that. Or
thank you,
Twins.
Chad. We appreciate it. Okay, so not a whole lot of news past those things, but that's some big stuff going on. So we've got, I think that rounds out the exclusives for Hasbro because they had already revealed their G.I. Joe exclusive.
Did we talk about Turtles last week?
We did the NECA stuff
forever.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about and then last week we talked about the Chucky.
Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
So
super
excited.
chat real quick here. Davey Sockrocker, # muscular legs are feminine too. Hell yeah. And
Yeah,
you
dude.
may have
Rhea
had another
Ripley.
one.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. We love I'm not sure where your other super chat was, bud, but I've got that one highlighted.
Which one?
He
Who
said
did
that we missed 2, so I was looking for the other one.
Chad, Davey, Matt, we got yours. Chris, we got yours. Retro Grow. I don't know. I thought we got them all. Okay. If we missed it, we're sorry. There was 2 other NECA exclusives. There's a glow in the dark Bride of Frankenstein, and then there's this one goes with the beach theme. It's like an original Ben Cooper kid tiki mask boy. And I want to put that
fun.
with Chucky and the Ninja Turtles. Just have like a big beach party.
Yeah.
That is so scary looking. I like it. Jacob, will you pick up this Bride?
Probably not, just because I'm not a completist on that set, and I don't tend to get, like every version of every character. But I'm gonna get the Chucky for sure.
Cool.
That's cool.
Very
I have another question.
Yeah,
Well,
please.
it's only related to surfing and surfing movies.
Go for it.
Is Surf Ninjas just 3 Ninjas Part 3, or is that 2 different movies?
It's 2 different movies.
Completely different movie.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Are you on a different podcast right now, Ryan?
Sorry. Well, I figured I should ask
Surf
these
Ninjas.
3. If anyone would know, it would be these 3. They would.
Surf
The
Ninjas
actual Surf Ninjas.
we're them. Surf Ninjas has Ernie Reyes Jr., who's in Secret of the Ooze. And
Right.
it also has a Game Gear. So that's a toy.
It's Game Gear. It has a Game Gear in the movie.
Part of the plot is that like the Game Gear is telling them like their future or something. It's really dumb.
Oh, that's
What?
cool.
Mm.
Oh, really
not at
dumb
all.
or dope?
Both. It's dumb and
Okay.
dope.
Oh, and it's
Um,
got Leslie Nielsen in it, which I always
Oh,
forget.
does?
then it's
Surf
really good.
Ninjas, yeah.
Leslie Nielsen. He's like the previous generation's Liam Neeson.
All right.
Surely you must mean Canadian.
I thought the new Naked Gun trailer was kind of funny.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
me too.
laughed.
My brother,
I laughed.
I'm excited.
100%.
Missing the music, but hopefully the music will be in the.
Okay,
in the movie.
why is Blake like this? Right? Toy Collector Magazine fans of Ben Cooper kid lines are in for a treat. That's a good pun, by the way, because treats are with Halloween.
Not a trick.
What if
Right?
this is the trick? What if he's lying? I mean,
like
they've done so many of those I feel like they've hit every possible, unless they got the license to do Star Wars, which would be like if they did a Yoda, which would
He-Man,
be yeah,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Well, NECA's done stuff. They've done those He-Man masks, so maybe they'll do the Skeletor and He-Man. Ooh. I just got excited about this thing I made up in my head.
yeah,
Ooh,
I
can't
noticed
wait.
that.
I can't wait. Okay. Well, this has been fun. We're gonna get to sad comments here in just a couple minutes. Dan, anything else on your mind that you need to get off your chest in your week of toys?
This is the,
No,
this
what have
is
you
the
heard?
time.
This is the
Jeez.
like I said to McKenna Grace when we at our live show in New York. I said we're finally giving you a platform, like her and her 5 million Instagram followers. There's 60 Ghostbusters fans here.
Yeah, it's too bad. I have my my GI Joe classified. The Blowtorch, Frag Viper, and who else is in there? One other figure's in that batch. Darklon is in that batch. Those I'll be getting Friday. That got moved up quite a bit. I was not expecting those to hit the old bank account this week, but they did. Sometimes you get surprises.
Yeah,
surprise.
And then also, I just got my shipping notice for Four Horsemen's latest wave, All Stars 6, which that should be here any day now as well. Excited for
Hey,
that.
are the Mythic Legion's Animal Beast figures? Have those come out yet?
Animal Beast,
like
figures.
the lion and the.
No, those are probably still another year away.
Okay, good.
Easy,
I want
easy.
those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with everything.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That might be like a year and a half away.
Even better
Push that
for
out,
me,
yeah.
not for them and the collectors, but
Yeah.
it's mostly about me and my needs.
Of course, of course.
Well, this has been fun tonight, Dan. Appreciate you being here. We'll get to
Absolutely.
sad comments, and then everybody, if you want to stick around and do some more YHS Toy Anxiety stuff for about a half hour, we're gonna have a bonus after show where we'll kick back and maybe we'll predict what. Dan, no pressure. You're more than welcome to join us, but if you don't want to, that's also fine. But I know didn't they tease a new GI Joe HasLab? Isn't that coming soon?
Surprisingly, yeah. So everybody's guessing Snowcat because of the clues that Emily gave.
Well, that
What did she
and
say? It's in the
wait
snow?
a second.
It was something like "Stay cool, everybody," and whatever.
Well, that and they know that I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con, and they were like, "We need to have some Canadian representation, so we need to have the Snowcat."
Yeah.
So again, just Hasbro catering the old doll.
Well, real quick, and then I promise we'll get going. Dan, where are you a completist on Classified?
Absolutely not. No, far from.
Okay.
No, very early on, I bailed on trying to be a completist. There's too many figures, and I collect so many other things. There's no point. And there's characters that I have no nostalgic attachment to whatsoever. Didn't have them in the vintage line. Didn't have them in 25th. Don't need them classified.
Okay. Respect. We should make Hasdol shirts for Comic-Con.
Nice.
Down. Yeah, I mean, I am surprised. Here's why I'm surprised that they're going to do this HasLab. One, all the craziness with tariffs and everything else. But I'm also not surprised because the classified HasLabs have been so unbelievably successful that if it makes sense for their business model to keep doing it and the fans are going to buy them, then cool.
Yep.
Snowcat or whatever it's going to be, it'll be. I'm surprised they haven't done what's Sergeant Slaughter's vehicle?
The
That'd be
Triple
a cool
T.
one. Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like people.
Yeah, I don't think that they wouldn't need to do a HasLab for that.
Oh, okay, it's not.
It's a little guy.
All right, Jacob. Sad comments. What do we got tonight?
I got a couple. They're all from the Star Wars post. Hey, real quick before we get going, I just Googled it just to look. Here's a prediction for Comic-Con and those Ben Cooper kids.
Okay.
Ben Cooper did Sesame Street.
Okay.
Oh, we all gasp.
I like that.
My stars.
God, we're gonna be able to have Bert and Ernie trick or treating, and they knock on the door, and Bert and Ernie answers. This is gonna be great. I want full Sesame street scene dioramas from
Yeah.
NECA.
That'd be
Like,
great.
Hey,
That'd be
NECA,
really cool.
figure it out. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're, as we get closer to Comic-Con, we're gonna obviously be talking about it a lot. Okay, we're gonna get to sad comments, but this is my last question. Dan, I got to set you up for this one.
Mm-hmm.
For the big July movie releases, we've got Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth, and Fantastic Four. Which are you the most excited for?
It's
Careful.
Superman, not even close. It's not even
Like-
close.
But God
Okay,
damn it,
not even-
man.
It's definitely Superman, Fantastic Four, and then what was the other one you said?
Scarlett Johansson presents Dinosaurs.
It's not even dinosaurs. It's a potato rancor.
Hey,
Yeah.
we've all said it. It's not slander. The last 3 Jurassic movies have been not great, but I think this one could be fun. I'm excited about this one.
Can't they just stop making up dinosaurs that don't exist? Can they just? Dinosaurs are still super cool. Don't need to
They
make
are.
this bullshit up.
Mhm.
Listen, even I agree with that, but I'm excited because I think it feels a little bit more like if it's closer to Jurassic Park 3 or Lost World, I think it's a win. That's all I'll say. Jacob, do you have
Okay.
anything to add to that?
Kitty.
No, I'm excited for Jurassic Park. I think it's going to be
There you
good.
go. There you go. Ooh, what's
Yeah.
your
I'm
casting,
excited for
Dan?
all. I'm excited for all 3 of those movies.
Me too. I'm really excited. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. I'm getting more excited for Superman. I read that whole James
Hey,
Gunn
and
Rolling Stone
And
review.
I think I might hate Superman, but that movie looks really great.
Yeah.
The movie looks
It's
really
James,
fun.
it's James Gunn, and he's proven himself, and
Yeah.
he
Right.
can handle the comic book character movies and that kind of
Yeah.
spectacle and the summer
sure.
blockbuster and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm just fully trusting him. This is Lupin, by the way. All right, on your
Hi,
way.
Lupin.
Oh, nice.
What a
Lupin?
cutie.
Just passing through.
Not
I
the
love
third.
that.
Is this Lupin the fourth?
This is my first. So
Oh, Lupin the first.
Now I want a cat named Luthen Vale, and he's like secretly,
Let it go.
funding. He's secretly funding the.
It's too
the-
sad.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Andor so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, let's get with these sad comments. I got to go back to work.
Okay. Jacob, what do we got?
As I said, they're all from the Star Wars set.
All right.
No sad comments for Rogue. Picture that.
No, no Rogue set
Yeah.
comments.
Notice.
All right, here we go. I'm going to find the music, and we're going to do sad comments. We scour the internet for the latest commentary on toys and action figures, and we give a voice to the voiceless because we worry that just because you leave an Instagram comment doesn't mean everybody gets to read it. So we like to
It's true.
we like to help out. All right, here we go. Star Wars Hasbro San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. We got some commentary, sad comments. Here's the music.
Nah. This bullshit. You release something everyone wanted, but you lock it behind SDCC. This is raising fans' hopes and then shooting them in the foot. Think about your fans outside of America. You're not the only place in the world. Make it available elsewhere, too.
Imagine if you're a Black Series collector who lives on Mustafar. You're not going to be able to get this. I agree with him.
I just like the lock it away.
Locking
behind
it.
SDCC.
Yeah.
Locking it away.
did the international audience get that the Star Wars Celebration exclusive? Because
Yep.
that was on sale on Amazon. Like
I don't think it was
almost-
on. No, it was on sale on Amazon Canada. You could get it there.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm asking. Yeah, was it internationally available?
Yep.
Okay.
So
This one's probably gonna be too.
this is probably going to end up. All these are probably going to end up on Amazon for less and no lineup. So
Yeah.
enjoy, everybody. Don't panic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Comic-Con exclusives for most of these companies. That whole model has changed a lot over the last couple of years. But
Yep.
all right, Jacob, another one.
Yeah, I
Let's do it.
got 4 total here.
Whoo!
We didn't have any last week, so I did.
We're eating good. All right, here we go. What? All right, here we go. Hello there.
All right. What a huge kick in the teeth for TVC. Hasbro, you are actively hurting one of your most loyal collector bases by leaving them out of the prequel anniversary celebrations.
Ooh.
This is the kind of product that TVC should be getting as well in 2025. Not cardboard cantina backdrops with repainted 12-year-old repacks.
Oh, I disagree. You know what? As the spokesperson for Star Wars The Vintage Collection, as the face of those collectors, the one that when people say Star Wars 3.75, they think of Jake Stevens from For Lambda Zucks. But I'm pretty up. I'm close. I'm a close second. That cardboard backdrop with the repaints is beautiful, and I love it.
Can't
They
wait.
should do more of it. Where's my sandcrawler? Where's my cardboard backdrop sandcrawler?
My only critique is they should have billed it as a retro and a TVC because that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have long thought that there's a way to release a HasLab that appeals to both Black Series and TVC collectors. I just haven't figured out what it is yet. I'll get back to you. All right, Jake, we got another one?
Yep, got another one.
Here we go.
These are all basically the same.
I like it. It's very fun.
Yeah.
It's fun for me.
Yeah. Why even announce this publicly if it's for one of the most difficult cons to attend in the world? Only a select few will be able to get this, and
Probably.
more than 90% of these will be flipped. Such a waste. This was on everyone's list, and they make it a con exclusive. Such a bummer. Well, congrats to the flippers. This will make a nice payday for you guys.
They mean flippers.
Yeah. The flippers, the streamers, and me.
Wait, that's a Jeffrey skit right there.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah, back to my Twisted Nuts.
I'm imagining a bunch of dolphins in line to buy where they say the flippers. Like I'm imagining like dolphins like we're gonna make a lot of money off this thing. Also, is this like yeah, it's a cool set, but it's two re-releases of figures that have been out like 10 times. Like
Nope, they're ground up resculpts. The entire
Are
thing.
they?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, guess
don't
what?
know.
These are also going to be on Big Bad Toy Store by Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, well they should be at Small Good Toy Store. All right, sorry.
Oh,
Jacob, last one.
One more. This is the last one.
Here we go. Oh, whoa. Here we go. Small Good Toy Store.
that's so dumb.
All right. This is such a kick in the gut for us TVC collectors. I have kept my mouth shut this whole time about the TBS versus TVC debate, but this should have been made in the TVC line. You know, the scale that was around when the movie came out? Again, we were given the short end of the stick on reviews. And seeing this 2-pack go to TBS and being an exclusive is just a low blow.
Collectors
Kick in
getting
the gut.
kicked all over the place.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The teeth, the gut.
Hey,
I already got
what's
it.
crazy is this comment. This comment is just 2 comments above the kick in the teeth comment. I'm like, they're just saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the same guy, same bot.
He just really
He's
wants to be kicked.
He's
AI
like,
are people too.
I thought of something else. This exclusive is a real kick in the pants.
I already said teeth. What else
Did
hurts?
teeth go- what else can Mom? What else can you kick?
What can you kick?
See,
Mom, what can you
Whoa
kick?
is making a great. I don't know if that's how you say your name, but Whoa here, he nailed it.
I bet it's
All
not
right.
Wahoo.
Yes.
Oh
Probably
no,
not
it's like
Wahoo.
Grosecki. We got it. Yeah, trust me, guys. I'm an English major. TVC collectors got Vader TIE Fighter. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
Yeah.
we're TVC's eating well, and that's not even an exclusive. You can just go on pulse.com and buy it.
Hold on, real quick. Mom, what can you kick? I want to leave a comment on Instagram about how I'm gonna get kicked. We already did teeth. She's gonna get back to me. She's gonna get back to me. She always helps me with my comments. Yeah, I don't know. Go to every toy store in the world. Guess what? I don't want to be that guy, but Dan knows. You all know. There's like literally tens of thousands of Star Wars toys that have already been released. There's so many. Go buy some.
Yeah.
Go have a little fun in your life.
That's
get
what
it.
I do. I
Yeah.
love it.
You're out there collecting senators.
Oh God, I love it. In fact, it makes me mad that they're not making more senators.
Yeah.
This is probably a discussion for another time, but the beef, the rivalry between Black Series and TVC collectors is very funny, and I don't know if there's like another.
GI Joe does it.
Do they?
Oh,
I hate
like
that. It's stupid.
O-ring the classified, or
Yeah, 3 3/4 as the master, whatever they call it, the ideal
Legacy scale?
the legacy, whatever it is. I don't know, the
Yeah.
golden scale. It's stupid. Like,
nice golden
versus
scale.
6-inch. It's just like collect what you want. And yeah, there's 40 years of 4-inch
Mm-hmm.
action figures out there. Like, wait your turn. You got 40 years of 6-inch
It's-
figures to get through.
It's interesting
Yeah,
that
you
the Star Wars, the GI Joe classified collectors, though, have really gravitated towards the 6-inch line in a way that Star Wars fans haven't. Although,
I
objectively,
think you get a lot more bang. for your buck
classified's
with
a much
classified,
better.
like-
Hey, he's Zhao, 4
He
a.m.
said
in
John.
Portugal.
He said John.
Yeah, it's John.
John.
and-
He said John.
John, we love you,
I was
bud.
closer with
It's
Wahoo.
4 a.m. in Portugal. Great show, you guys. Right? Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Could
Yeah,
you
thanks
imagine
so
being
much
in
for watching.
Portugal at 4 a.m. watching us talk about this? This is great.
Absolutely
That's what I
not.
would do, yeah.
What a world that we live in.
I
Um,
would be asleep.
all right, guys, we've got the big after show coming up. We're gonna get into some more hijinks, so join us if you want. Last plug, I gotta do this cheap plug. If you want the real Ghostbusters visual history book comes out on July 8th. If you've not pre-ordered yours yet, we do have signed copies available. I'm going to put the link, yhspodcast.bigcartel.com. Also, we have book plates. So if you already ordered yours, but you still want a little signature, $10, you get a nice real Ghostbusters sticker signed by the authors. You can always support us that way. And we really appreciate it. Super excited about.
Hang on. Sorry. Did you get AI to do your signature?
I was going to say, those are facsimile signatures.
Those
for
are not
sure.
Yeah,
real signatures, but it's not. It's just a font. Those are
Yeah.
fonts.
Yeah.
Somebody did say you have great handwriting. I'm like,
He
"What?"
doesn't.
not
so-
what it
No.
I don't. Those are not what the real signatures will look much worse. I promise. I know. Everyone's nice cursive. Okay, look, it's a pre-order. They don't exist yet. They're going to exist. Okay,
Craig, can you do
Craig.
cursive?
I can do cursive.
Craig uses auto pen.
Yep, not official. Actually, I was Joe Biden's auto pen. The secret's out.
Yeah.
All right.
My fault.
Jake, calm down, Craig.
Appreciate the support.
Craig,
and,
hey.
yeah.
We're still super proud of you.
Hey, thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. It's gonna be cool. We got a lot of stuff going on, and then Jacob, we didn't even bring it up on YHS this week, but you've got some work that you've got a Well, you don't have a documentary. Actually, you do. Jacob has a documentary coming out.
Yeah.
No, there's a new Jaws documentary coming out that Jacob did original art for, and we put up the press release. It's called The Farmer and the Shark. There's a lot of great Jaws content coming out this year for the 50th, so it's just super cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, Dan, anything you want to plug?
Just regular show, Secret Galaxy, usually Thursdays at 5. Next video is Thursday at 5. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Nice.
We're always shooting a week ahead, so I can't remember what that one is that's going live. But it'll be there Thursday at 5 East Coast Standard Time.
Hell yeah.
We'll be looking forward to that, Dan. That's going to be good.
Oh, actually, I think this week's a member video, so you got to be either a member of our either YouTube member or patron of our Patreon.
I joined.
Thank you.
I was excited to join. And then I had a fraudulent charge on my debit card, so all month I've been having to reactivate everything I have.
Yeah.
I love that. It finds all the little subscriptions and payments and stuff.
yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not restarting that one. That one's gone. We got that
Yeah.
one.
Cancel all 3 of those Peacock subscriptions. Abby, I'll give you the final word.
Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. The chat, you make the show, honestly. And Dan, thanks to you for being here. I saw someone say that you were supervising our episode, which I think
are.
it's well said. Yeah, just love you guys and hang out with us after this for Extreme Toy Anxiety. It's cheap and it supports us and it'll be fun.
The only thing cheaper than the cost of it is the actual content. So, all right, everyone, here's some music. Ryan, you're almost there, bud.
2 weeks.
Sorry, I interrupted you like 6 times tonight. I had 2 Coke Zeros.
Well, dude, I'm giving you
Craig
a pass.
had 2 waters tonight.
Yeah, Craig, I'm giving you a pass. You had a bad day.
I didn't, but that's okay. All right, bye.
I had a bad day, and
Bye.
I was right here. Here's the
Where's
song. Have a good night, guys.
I don't know what's happening, but I hear the. Bye. I'm just gonna.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.